Abusive man uses invisible tech to strike fear into ex-girlfriend for leaving him. Cecilia Kass, trapped in the relentless chokehold of a twisted romance, gasps for air as the iron grip of Adrian Griffin tightens around her, inch by inch. One night, Cecilia hatches a desperate plan. She spikes Adrian's drink with her trusty diazepam, the kind of drug that knocks out elephants. With her heart pounding like a war drum, she slips out of the fortress-like mansion, with Adrian hot on her heels. Under the cloak of midnight, she scales the wall, landing silently on the dark road below. Her sister finally arrives, and they bolt into the night, before fate could catch them. Cecilia finds sanctuary with James, her childhood buddy turned San Francisco cop, and his teenage daughter, Sydney. For 2 weeks, Cecilia breathes a little easier, her nightmare fading like a bad dream. Then, out of nowhere, news breaks: Adrian Griffin, the big bad wolf, is dead by his own hand. And in a move straight out of a Hitchcock flick, he leaves Cecilia a cool $5 million, with his sleazy lawyer brother, Tom, handling the fine print. But the peace is fleeting. Cecilia senses another presence, an invisible shadow lurking, playing tricks on her sanity. Strange events pile up, each more unnerving than the last. James, ever the rational detective, dismisses her fears as paranoia. The plot thickens when Cecilia, in the middle of a job interview, discovers her portfolio is empty. She faints, waking up to a doctor's grim diagnosis: her system is flooded with diazepam. Back at James's place, in her bathroom, she finds a nasty surprise: a bloody diazepam bottle, the very same one she used to knock out Adrian. Gutsy, she confronts Tom head-on. He dismisses her while Cecilia's sister blows her off after receiving an angry email that Cecilia never sent. Hurt, she suspects Adrian, but everyone thinks she's crazy. Back at the house, things take a dark turn. As Sydney comforts a depressed Cecilia, an unseen force smacks Sydney, and naturally, she points the finger at Cecilia. This causes a chain reaction that isolates Cecilia. Alone, her obsession kicks into overdrive. She tries everything short of calling Ghostbusters to catch this phantom menace. She ventures into the attic, and there, she finds Adrian's phone. It lights up with a frightening text: surprise. Her pulse races, but she's got a plan. She dumps a bucket of paint down the attic trapdoor. An invisible figure, now splattered in paint, materializes. Bingo. Chaos erupts. They struggle violently in a bizarre brawl, but Cecilia manages to slip away. Driven by sheer adrenaline, she heads to Adrian's lair. In his high-tech lab, she discovers another invisible bodysuit, a slick confirmation of her worst fears. She hides the suit in their old bedroom closet, but no sooner does she stash it away than the invisible force strikes again. She bolts, barely escaping with her life, and reaches out to Emily. The two meet at a restaurant, a public place that should mean safety. Instead, the hidden demon strikes in the most gruesome fashion. Emily's throat is slashed right before Cecilia's eyes, and the knife is planted in her hand, framing her for the cold-blooded murder. Stuck in the grim halls of a psychiatric hospital, Cecilia awaits trial. Just as she thinks things couldn't get any worse, Cecilia discovers she's pregnant. Tom, the slick snake in the grass, offers her a devil's bargain: agree to return to Adrian and raise the baby, and he'll make those pesky charges disappear. That night, she stages a suicide attempt, but it's all part of her master plan to lure out the unstoppable menace. As the unseen figure rushes to stop her, she stabs him repeatedly with the pen, causing the suit to glitch and flicker. Mayhem reigns. The security team storms in, but the figure, ever the slippery foe, takes them down and bolts, with Cecilia in pursuit. The stakes skyrocket when the individual, now more dangerous, threatens to target her loved ones. Cecilia, fueled by a mix of fear and fierce determination, races to James's house. She bursts in to find the figure attacking James and Sydney. In a heartbeat, she grabs a gun and shoots the figure dead, only to reveal, drumroll, Tom in the suit. The plot twists like a knife. Police raid Adrian's house and find him alive, bound, and claiming to be a victim of his brother's twisted scheme. They buy the story. But Cecilia, sharp as a tack, isn't fooled. She knows Adrian orchestrated the whole deadly charade, using his brother as the ultimate fall guy. Cecilia sat with Adrian, a wire hidden, and James waiting nearby. She pretended to reconcile, demanding he admit to killing Emily. Adrian played the victim. She excuses herself. Footage shows Adrian seemingly slitting his own throat. Cecilia returns, faking panic while secretly taunting him. James arrives and notices the suit but chooses to play along. With a silent nod, he lets her walk away. The ruthless end to a dark and vengeful tale.